Nerds, what is up? It's Mason, and I have a video for you guys. I've been wanting to do a video for like almost a couple of months. I finally moved into a new place at the beginning of July, and that's when I had intended to do one, but time gets away from me, you know. But I'm happy with where I'm at now. I'm in like my movie room. I got a projector screen, you know, with a projector hanging up on my wall, and it's so fun. Projectors are awesome. I'd always wanted to get one. I think, like, besides, like, you know, spending hundreds of dollars on a huge big screen TV, the projector is really fun. It's definitely enhanced my movie watching experience in here, so I'm really happy to have my own room dedicated to that and have friends over and get to watch movies together. But anyway, this video, of course, I'm just going to share some of my favorite, I guess, Blu-ray pickups and 4K and stuff that I've gotten, you know, all through 2021 up to this point. Not every single thing that I've picked up will I be sharing, but basically just, you know, the ones that I want to highlight. I'll start with the most recent pickups, ones that my audience might be more interested, and then we'll go back to the more old news stuff. But I still wanted to share them anyway, if only just to give my opinion of the movie itself and the edition itself. So, because lots of cool stuff coming out in 2021. So, let's get on to it. The most recent thing that I picked up, which is just a terrific looking edition in my opinion, and that is the German edition of American Psycho. Yes. Oh yeah. Nice, thick. So yeah, all that is in German. I don't really read or speak German, so but anyway, I had not heard about this at all, like, coming out. It was already released, and I saw on the channel Phil's Creepy Videos. I follow him, or I watch him sometimes, and he was showing it off. I'm like, what's that? I gotta have it, because American Psycho is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, I can't shut up about it. I think it's like maybe 26 or 27 on my top 100 of all time, and probably in top 10 horror movies of all time. But yeah, so with American Psycho, I have the DVD in my collection, but I don't have a Blu-ray or 4K. I know there's been, you know, that option out there, but sometimes, especially with like big favorites of mine, like, I want a really cool edition of it to upgrade. And this one, it just really caught my eye. So we'll open it up. I'll share a little bit about what's cool about it. First, you got so it comes with this. It's Patrick kind of doing his workouts. You flip it open, and you got all your discs in there. I believe you get a DVD, a Blu-ray, and a 4K, and then an extras. So that's cool. It also comes with one of those bone white business cards. There was another edition like this, I think a Zavvi Steelbook, that I missed out on, and I was kind of pissed. I was trying to get one for a while, but I kind of just gave up on it because I didn't want to spend like $70 or $80 on it. So I was like, whatever. Has this little drawing, and then there's a booklet, which it's all in German, but you know, whatever. And a card of his apartment. But the coolest thing about this, and I think that every deluxe edition American Psycho should come with, is a copy of Huey Lewis in the news. On compact disc. So that's cool. And then you got, you know, something in German right there. Yeah. But that is a damn cool edition, you know, deluxe edition of one of my all-time favorite movies. Had to have it. So I finally have upgraded from my boring old DVD, guys. I finally did it justice. And of course, this is Region B, but I'm cool enough to have a Region B player, you know. So we'll slide that in, and that's it. It's nice. All right, moving on down the line. Speaking of cool editions, I picked up True Romance, the new Arrow edition. You know, I'm a big fan of Quentin Tarantino. You know, we're dime a dozen. But, you know, I've never seen a movie of Quentin's that I didn't enjoy. You know, some more than others obviously. But, shamefully, I had never seen True Romance. I had really intended to watch it like probably earlier this year until I heard that Arrow was coming out with something, so I decided to wait for it to be released. So, and since then I have watched it. You know, it comes with the and I got the Blu-ray. I didn't get the 4K. I don't have 4K. I'm not really that interested right now. But I did the reverse cover art on it. It comes with a poster and a little booklet. This was a good movie. I give it a 9 out of 10, 4 stars. I really like the smaller roles in the movie, specifically Gary Oldman. He was brilliant as always, but just that was a different kind of role for him. That, you know, drug dealer, and Brad Pitt was hilarious in it. It was a fun movie. Next, finally, obscure movies getting some Blu-ray love. It's The Borrower from Scream Factory. You know, not a collector's edition. Didn't really need a collector's edition. You know, But at least it's getting Blu-ray. But what was really cool about hearing about this getting released was it was about a year ago that I did my 1991 horror marathon with the 22 shots of Moods and Horror podcast, like they were doing it, so I followed along to do mine. This made number 8 on my top 10 of 1991 as far as horror goes. Just a fun, you know, a dumb movie, sure, but you know, plenty of heads ripping off, you know, fun little characters. I like it. The Borrower. Next, so I got a couple things from Severin. I think these might be the first things that I've ever bought from Severin. But they just look, I was a sucker for just the way that they looked. But I bought Strike Commando 1 and 2. I have, like, especially this year, I've been getting more and more into, like, you know, action B movies. And, you know, Italian films in general. They just looked fun. I probably, like, overpaid for them, you know, I don't know, considering the entertainment value. Like, they were good. I don't know, but they're cool looking, whatever. I have them. I splurged. So yes, I picked up Strike Commando 1 and 2. And then into, you know, everybody's obsession, including mine, especially has grown hardcore this year, is Vinegar Syndrome. So I can go over like the halfway to Black Friday stuff that I picked up from them. My favorite being the Scanner Cop set. Could be the release of the year. We'll see what else they come up with. But just, we all know, we've seen it. Just how sweet does it look, guys? I'm just reiterating for my own personal, like, blah. But I love it, man. Just, and this was cool too because it's definitely one of my favorite VHS cover arts. I remember seeing it in stores and stuff. Even though I'd never seen these movies, it was so familiar to me. And yeah, so I watched these movies and I thought they were great double feature. You know, possibly headache inducing. And then Patrick Kilpatrick, one of the coolest names in show business, in Scanner Cop 2. Goddamn, this is awesome. Such a sweet set. Yeah. Thank you, Vinegar Syndrome. And also, I did that, you know, the halfway to Black Friday flash pre-order to get, you know, all these fun stuff like Six String Samurai, the VSU. So this is the first VSU I picked up. The first one was Beastmaster. I didn't buy that. It didn't look like it was for me, because I'm lame sometimes. And sometimes I just don't want to spend the money on things that I'm not sure about. I don't have to collect everything. But anyway, so I did pick up Six String Samurai. I'm not going to go into it all because you guys know. But just because it was like a 90s thing, I mean, I love artwork by the dude Designs. Whenever he does something on a Vinegar Syndrome, like, I usually, like, I'm compelled to pick it up. I love his art. But it was a 90s movie, and it sounded like I would like it, and I really did want to own a VSU. I was slightly disappointed in this movie. I think I gave it like 3 stars. I would check it out again and give it another shot. The little kid was really annoying. It just kind of fell a little flat for me. I don't know, but it's really nice looking, so take my money. Next, I did pick up Champagne and Bullets. I was really hesitant at first. I didn't know if it'd be for me, but like just all the back and forth reviews, the good and the bad, made you just want to see it for yourself. And that was a big review of it as well, like a movie that you have to see for yourself. So I picked it up. I'm actually like, it really depends on your mood with this movie, I would think. I had to be in the mood for a dumb movie. And I gave it a 9 out of 10. That time that I watched it, the first time. Really stupid, epically like bad, but kind of in a good way. So I like Champagne and Bullets. It was bad. All right, let's move along. Next, Surf 2. Again, one of those the dude designs that I had to have. But this one, like, I remember the flash pre-order for halfway to Black Friday, and this one had intrigued me the most just because it looked so much fun. I'd never heard of this movie, but it looked like kind of like punk rock zombies or something like that. So of course I was attracted to it, and just that whole cheesy 80s vibe. So this one, I would not say that it met my expectations of just being awesome, but it wasn't bad. It was a little, like, I expected a little bit more horror from it when it was mostly like a dumb comedy, but that's okay. It was cool. I think, I gave it like 4 stars, which is a good rating, even though I would hope that it would be more like a 4.5, 5-star, like, awesome, love it movie. But it's cool, and it looks great, of course. So, Surf 2. Is there a Surf 1? No! Another one that you got with the Mystery Flash pre-order was the Alien from LA. I'd never seen that one before, and it wasn't bad. It has Tom Matthews in it, so that was cool. Mystery Science Theater 3000 had also done an episode on this, so that kind of pumped up the nostalgia on it for me. But it was all right, cool movie, maybe like a 3.5-star movie for me. Another one. So this one had already been a release for Vinegar Syndrome, but a slipcover was made, and it features my girl Linnea Quigley. So always I like to collect pretty much anything of hers when I can. So that was Murder Weapon, Deadly Embrace, and these are both movies from 1989. So that was cool. That's my birth year, and I'm doing a birth year challenge on Letterboxd where you try to watch like pretty much every movie from your birth year. So that was cool. Really cool slip art here. And these are really dumb movies, but I like them. Just another case of Vinegar Syndrome, stupid movies, but I like them. So you just got to be in the mood for them. So it's kind of a sex drama murder. Yeah. Another one that I was given a shot to, just from its, weird reviews, was Nightmare Weekend. They just released a slipcover for it on Black Friday. So I just thought, I'll just pick up the movie. So Nightmare Weekend from 1985. This was a very interesting movie. Definitely needs a rewatch from me, but I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. It was just very unique. So another one that I actually got this from the Facebook collectors group. Not from Vinegar Syndrome directly, like, because it had a slipcover, and it was like, since the slipcover was sold out, they were selling it for like the same price that you would buy it for if it wasn't sold out, if that makes sense. And I'd been interested in this one anyway, but it's Lust in the Dust, just because it has Divine and stuff, and like I was like, drag queens, western, like it just looked like a lot of dumb fun, and it was. I gave this one 4.5 stars, 9.5 out of 10. This was hilarious, just a very unique film. I think from 1983 or 4. Loved Lust in the Dust. My Vinegar Syndrome collection is growing. This is like fucking all Vinegar Syndrome here, guys. Another one that I picked up at halfway, but came out like really early this year, was Fade to Black. I've just been waiting till Black Friday to pick it up. The other slipcover, of course, was sold out before then that I kind of preferred, but I can live without it. This slipcover is still pretty cool. And I did watch this movie prior to purchasing it to make sure that I would like to own it, and it was a very cool movie. So yeah, Fade to Black from 1980, I think, 80, 81. Another one that's an old standby that I picked up due to its reviews, and a lot of people says it reminds them of Evil Dead, which is one of my all-time favorites, is Demon Wind. So yeah, Demon Wind, obviously not as good as Evil Dead, but this was a lot of fun too. So kind of obscure. So, yet another one. Everyone was saying this was like one of the best Vinegar Syndrome titles that not a lot of people know about. Doesn't get enough love. I don't know. And it was like cheap for halfway to Black Friday, so I thought I'd give it a shot. It's Raw Force. And this was a lot of fun. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Raw Force. What's it from? 1982. Great year. And then I picked up Witchcraft. This is from 1989 too, and it has my girl Linnea Quigley. But this movie was a stinker. Really boring. If I had to I probably, I won't because it has Linnea in it. But this is one that I'd probably sell or never really care to watch again. But this was a stinker. Can't win them all. And then, of course, picked up Graduation Day. I picked up a whole bunch on halfway to Black Friday. But yeah, Graduation Day. This one was okay. Probably about a 3.5 star movie, I think, from 1981. But, it's all right. Typical slasher. Needs a slipcover, though, right? Picked up VSA. That was close to going out of print. That looked cool, and it was half off. So it was Necromancer. I got number 2162. I think now it is sold out. This movie was okay. I think I gave it 3 stars. Yeah. All right, going back earlier into the year. This was prior to Black Friday. I think this might have been April releases. The VSA was Grave Secrets. This one's from 1989 too, so that's cool. Lots of 89 love this year. So yeah, this one's VSA. I got number 1103. And I like this movie. I gave it 3.5 stars. Just a cool ghost story movie. Yeah, I liked it. Another one. And I'm pretty sure this is 1989 as well. Yes, The Cellar. I like this one too. Another 3.5 star movie. Little creature feature. Not the best thing you ever saw, but it wasn't bad. It was entertaining. I thought the little kid in there was cool. The Cellar. I think the coolest thing from April. Well, first another. Where are we at? Okay. The other single release from April was All American Murder. This was another 1991 movie. I really liked this one too. 4 out of 5 stars for me. I thought it was a really cool mystery. Fun quotes in it. A lot of people are annoyed by his character. He wasn't annoying to me. I don't know. I thought he was cool. It was a really engaging movie. Fun movie. Yeah. All American Murder. Christopher Walken was dope. Damn. And then, I was getting to earlier, the box set in April was sold. The Homegrown Horrors box set. I know, guys, old news. But this was really cool. And I pretty much reiterate a lot of other reviews. Fatal Exam was a big snore fest. Really poor editing job. That's really what it suffers from. There might have been a good movie in there somewhere, but oh god. Nobody watched that one back in post-production. Anyway, Beyond Dream's Door, another one from 1989. That one was really cool. But Winter Beast was bomb. This was when you see a new movie and you're just I'm reminded why I love movies so much and why Vinegar Syndrome can really hit the nail on the head sometimes with obscure movies. That was awesome. It was 4 out of 5 stars for me. Could possibly even get a higher rating on another watch. It was just so fun low budget. I loved Winter Beast, but all in all, a solid set, and I'll probably pick up the next volumes. And just, again, we got the dude designs killing it on the artwork here. Yes. And it's a top loader too, so that's cool. All right, moving on through. It's, goddamn, are we all Vinegar Syndrome? Not all, but another one that I picked up randomly, I think from like Orbit DVD, but I did pick up Nightmare Sisters because I got this sweet slip cover by who? The dude designs. Yep. And then you got my girl Linnea Quiggs. What year is this from? 87. Okay. This movie, 3 out of 5 stars from me. It was a little some good nudity in it, but kind of disappointed me a little bit, but it's okay. The slipcover kind of makes up for it. Another one, I think this was from March. The only one I picked up in March from Vinegar Syndrome was a slasher known as Rush Week. And it was okay. It's probably I think I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And it's from 1989, guys. I'll roll. I'm gonna whip that challenge as ace. All right, I think a couple here from March as well. These are not Vinegar Syndrome, but kind of related to Vinegar Syndrome. So this is the Rad Mondo Steel book. So obviously I'd missed out on the super out of print, the 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome of Rad. But I saw that it was getting a steel book and thought I'm cool with that. And I like my steel books every now and again. Rad is a really, really fun movie from 1986 about BMX. Definitely a weird movie for Vinegar Syndrome to do, being that it's PG, not horror at all. But I think it's still really cool for them to do things like that. 4 out of 5 stars for me on this one. A rewatchable classic with an absolutely banging soundtrack. Rad is the shite. And here we go, possibly the best movie of 2021. I'd be shocked if anything can knock it down. But it's Psycho Goreman. Oh my god. I just watched it I think like a week or so ago. I was showing my friends and they loved it. But this movie, it's so much fun. I get defensive if people don't like it. Because I just think if you don't like this movie, then you're no fun. But a lot of people they think the little girl's annoying, and maybe she is, but I don't know what to say to you guys. Everybody's got their opinion. I'm not gonna get into it. I love the movie, and it was just so unique, fun. It's Canadian, great effects, great characters. It was just restored the hope in cinema. I love that there can still be movies that I can fall in love with, here in 2021. So, yeah, Psycho Goreman. Yeah, hunky boys. I picked up a couple things from Second Sight. I picked up the Host, Deluxe thing. So, because I really dug the shit out of Host in 2020, it made my top 10 of 2020. It's only, an hour-long movie. It kind of, when I first saw it, I was super impressed with it. The second watch, it kind of, loses its steam a little bit because you know what's coming, but it was still fun. But I just thought this was a really sweet edition of it that I wanted to own. And I think a fun part of having it in my collection or your collection in general is it's kind of like a time capsule of what we're all going through in 2020 with quarantine. So it'll always be a reminder of that and the horror movies that were coming out then. So yeah, Host is dope. I'll be excited to watch it on the projector this year for Halloween. And really, it's become a movie that I like to show my friends. It might, like I said, lose its steam for me, but it's fun to see other people's reactions to it. And I think the performances in here are done really, really well. So, yeah. And then the other one from Second Sight, Dawn of the Dead. Obviously, a lot of the editions have been out of print. And you gotta own the classic from George Romero. So picked up that. I just got the Blu-ray edition. It has all the theatrical, international, Italian stuff in here. But great movie. I still prefer Day of the Dead as my favorite, Romero zombie movie. This one, it's a little, sorry to say, a little too long. I don't know. But I know that can be a sin to say that sometimes. But it is a classic, so it's probably like a 4 out of 5 stars for me. And a great looking edition here. Yeah. 2 more. One more. February Vinegar Syndrome. The only one I picked up was The Fear. I just had to have it because it was from the 90s. It's very nostalgic for me. It's one of those, I recognize that from the video store rental days. This is a very cool movie. Probably I might have given it as much as 4 out of 5 stars. It has a really cool soundtrack and just awesome nostalgic 90s vibes that always get me high. So had to own The Fear. Hope that, of course, I love my 80s horror or any 80s movies that Vinegar Syndrome puts out. It's usually what they mainly do, but I love it when they can do more 90s stuff. So I'm usually always a sucker for that. All right, and then the last thing I picked up. What did this find? You buy them in October and you don't get them until January or February. But just wanted to share that I got that In Search of Darkness Part 2, the Corey Taylor edition. And now I hear that they're working on the final part, Part 3, still taking all our money. But these are a lot of fun. I really enjoy them. It's been my tradition to put them on when October starts. Great background noise. If I want to organize my collection, or even when I'm doing chores, great background music to put on, background noise, whatever. They can be expensive, but they are 4 hours long, and it is fun to hear everybody's opinions and just bathe in the the 80s horror goodness. So of course I'll be blowing my money on Part 3. I think this one was a little disappointing because it didn't have as much Corey Taylor as the first one, and you're spending that $5 or $10 extra on Corey Taylor edition, but where's the dude at? But whatever. Anyway, we'll fucking wrap it up here almost a half hour later. Thank you so much for checking me out. Don't know who's watching me these days, but I appreciate it if you did. And I'll probably, maybe do another video near the end of the year, maybe after Black Friday Vinegar Syndrome. Definitely a lot of stuff that's coming out that I want to pick up. And always follow me on Letterboxd to keep up with what I've been watching. I'm obsessed with Letterboxd. And I'm always trying to get everybody else to get on there as well and keep up with it. You're killing me. Are you watching movies? Do you like movies? Anyway, I should have a link in the description. All right, guys. Peace.